let's get the session started. My name is Mike Moda. I'm going to moderate the session today. So the session is on, let me open up because my app is different than, the list that I have is different than the app. So seismic hazard assessment, risk and loss estimation. We have 9 speakers. We're not going to necessarily follow the list that's on the app. The list that I was given by ASE is a little bit different. So we're going to follow the list that I have, otherwise we're going to get in trouble. So here's the way things are going to work. Each speaker has 3 minutes to make a pitch on a presentation, okay? And then after the 3 minutes, no introduction, no Q&A from the audience. You'll have 20 minutes at the back session to talk to someone who's interested on your research. Do it for 20 minutes and then we'll rotate, go to another station and so on, and until we're done. We have an hour and a half, okay? So without any further ado, let me ask Omar to come up and be the first speaker. Omar, thank you.
Hello, my name is Omar Sudi. I'm a PhD candidate in the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor, and I'm going to talk today about our work, which is a scalable framework for assessing the seismic resilience of communities. So, severe earthquakes are infrequent. However, when a severe earthquake strikes a community, it produces catastrophic economic and social losses. That's why communities should be prepared to such events. That's why also there are a lot of high fidelity models in different disciplines that simulate a community subjected to earthquakes. But these models are discipline specific, so they are very high fidelity in a specific discipline, but they are not general on the community level. So that's why we developed a framework that we can use to connect these models together without necessarily having these models knowing each other. So we have an example for this, which is a framework that assesses the seismic resilience of communities that connect these simulators or these models together using a distributed computing technique that we developed in our group. So we call our distributed computing platform SRTI, which is simple runtime infrastructure that handles the communication between those models or simulators. So as we can see for the earthquake scenario, it is divided into 3 different stages. The first stage is the green one, which are the simulators of the earthquake hazard itself. The time step is in second, which is the time step in the ground motion history. Then we have one step for assessing the seismic losses after the earthquake. Then we have the third stage, which is the final stage, the recovery stage from the earthquake, with the time step in days. So the distributed computing framework allows us to step through time in different time scales in seconds during the earthquake and time scale in days during the recovery. So we can connect these simulators with different disciplines in one framework. We applied our seismic resilience framework on a case study which is a part of Shelby County in Tennessee, subjected to a magnitude of 7.7 earthquake, to showcase what we can do with our framework. In terms of practical uses, we have we can use the framework to do some improvement in the study of the seismic resilience of communities by substituting any simulator from the shown in the framework with a higher fidelity simulation model very easily by just plugging out this simulator and plugging in the higher fidelity one. Also, we can use this framework to study some mitigation actions, pre-earthquake or post-earthquake mitigation actions, and study the effect of these mitigation actions on the seismic resilience of communities. For more information, I'm happy to talk about this in more details after the session. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you.